Welcome to Empowered Training and Consultation. I'm Dr. Shern, and this is part two of the What's Motivating Your Behavior. Now, just as a recap, talked about behavior being driven by avoidance, maintenance, or gaining something, right? And we talked about it being either emotional, psychological, or physical harm that you want to avoid, or maintaining or gaining emotional, psychological, physical safety. And I gave you some scenarios and things like that, how you might see overlap of more than one, but one is always in operation. All right. So now you got that. You say, okay, I know the potential motivators for my behavior. Now what? Okay. Now what? Now, here are some of the things that you want to ask yourself. and so I gave for each one, I gave you four questions. And these are the questions that you want to ask yourself. So if you are looking to avoid something, I want you to ask this: what am I hoping to avoid? Do I enjoy what I'm doing? Is my avoidance rational? What might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? What am I hoping to avoid? If you don't know what you're hoping to avoid, there is no way that you're going to be able to answer any of the other questions. Okay. Get some water real quick. So, if you know what you want to avoid, emotional, psychological, physical harm of any sort, do you enjoy what you're doing? Okay, you ask that. Okay, you got to now you're evaluating whether or not the behavior that you are taking part in or that you are demonstrating, if you enjoy it. Okay, is your avoidance rational? Is it rational? Is what you are doing, is what you are hoping to avoid rational? What might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? Now, this question is um, this question is something that you need to understand, because the importance of it is not all behavior. Again, like I said, and if you please go back and watch the first video, not all of the avoidance, maintenance, or gain, not all avoidance is horrible, right? Some of it makes sense. Some of it is rational, right? So what you might need to do to support this behavior, if you enjoy what you're doing, if it makes sense, what might you need to do to alter this behavior if it's irrational, if it's if you don't enjoy what you're doing. And here's the thing, it might be rational, but you might not enjoy it. So what might you need to do to alter, to get a behavior that is enjoyable, that allows you to um, engage in or arrive at the same destination, so to speak, right? Now, if you're looking to maintain something, then you want to ask yourself, what am I hoping to maintain? Is there a reason for me to behave this way? If so, what? Am I okay with my behavior? And then what might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? All right. Same concept, really. But you got to know what you're hoping to maintain. Then you say, it once you get that, is there a reason for me to behave this way? If so, what is that reason? You notice I'm not asking why questions. Right? You're not, and I'm not encouraging you to ask why questions, because it only leads to speculation. Never really digging enough for the truth. You get the surface stuff that seems to answer, but it really doesn't answer. Right? So now, am I okay with my behavior? Are you okay with what you're doing? If not, what might you need to do to alter this behavior? If so, what might you need to do to support this behavior? Because you want to keep it going, right? Remember, but you can't alter or support any behavior that you're not aware of. If you don't understand or have no idea, no conscious idea what you're doing, I should say, then it becomes difficult to support or alter a behavior. If you're looking to gain something, What am I hoping to gain? That's the first question. So if you're noticing this pattern, the very first thing that you got to do is pinpoint what it is, right? So if you're hoping to avoid something, maintain something, or gain something, you have to understand or have some kind of grasp of what it is. Then you go from there and you say, is my goal realistic? Is my goal realistic? Is what I'm hoping to gain, is it realistic? Is is my behavior in line with the person I want to be? Is my behavior in line with the person I want to be? All right. Woo. That's a tough one, right? All right. What might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? So the very first questions are always the same. It's identifying what it is. The very last question you want to ask yourself is the same. What might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? All right. Now, here's the kicker, right? You always have to be honest with yourself. So when you ask when you answer these questions, I'm gonna leave this in there too. When you answer these questions, it's important to be honest with yourself. It will do you no good to avoid responding to these questions in a less than truthful manner. You got to remember that you are seeking to better understand yourself and what motivates your actions. And if you deceive yourself, you're not going to help yourself. You don't help yourself, right? So be honest. Honesty is important because honesty it'll bring into awareness the stuff that's going on, and it will allow you to address it in a manner that is, in keeping with your character, right? Now, the last part that I want to encourage you with is to be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself because and the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of our behaviors and the things that we do that seems that they're automatic, almost like reflex, reactionary. That means that you've been doing this thing and you've been having this response for so long that it's like second nature, right? So it becomes really difficult to override and develop a new pattern of being. So you got to be patient with yourself, right? And unfortunately, see, one of the things, and I only half jokingly say this, that the internet is the best and worst thing that has ever happened to us. And being able to Google yourself would be amazing, but you can't. But see, that's what, so these search engines, they've kind of given us the shortcut to get a vast amount of information in a nanosecond. And we think that because we can do that, and even these algorithms are so cold that it can, they're filling in and they're saying, all right, and you don't even have to complete a thought because the 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 algorithms and the AI will help you in completing the thought. So you don't even have to, sometimes you can just say where, and then it'll just pop up with a whole bunch of other stuff. And you say, oh, that one's the one that fits. Unfortunately, you can't do that to yourself. So you got to sit with these things, right? You have to sit with them. Give yourself some time, right? If the block doesn't lift, if it becomes really difficult, or okay, these things, man, I need some of this stuff is self-destructive and I can't do it on my own, then you seek professional services. You seek a competent, qualified mental health specialist in your area, right? But at least going in, now you have a streamline, you know exactly what it is you want to work on. And that's always the goal. It's always the goal. Know exactly what you want to work on. If you need to, reach out, right? So hopefully this helps you get a little bit clear on what's motivating your behavior. Now I want to run through these questions one more time just to really really nail it in and drill it down. And there's a PDF that's attached to this, and it'll be available for you to download as well. And I'll make all of that, where to get it, I'll make all of that available to you in the description. All right. So if you are looking to avoid something, you want to ask this: what am I hoping to avoid? Do I enjoy what I'm doing? Is my avoidance rational? What might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? right? If you're looking to maintain something, you want to ask, what am I hoping to maintain? Is there a reason for me to behave this way? If so, what? Am I okay with my behavior? Number four, what might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? Now, if you're looking to gain something, again, what am I hoping to gain? Is my goal realistic? Is my behavior in line with the person I want to be, the person I most want to be? If you want to add that extra piece. Number four, what might I need to do to alter or support this behavior? And remember, with all of this stuff, you want to be honest and you want to be patient with yourself. All right. So hopefully this helps. Please drop a comment, like, subscribe, share, get this out here, this content. I appreciate you all sticking with me, being with me, and liking the channel and all of that stuff. And if you have any ideas of stuff that you might want me to touch on, you want to get my take on it a little bit, drop it in the comment, right? Drop it in the comments, and who knows, you'll see a dose of empowerment that is in line with something that you personally wanted, right? Because it's I make the content. It's for me it's a pet, it's a passion project, but the really is for you all, right? And I'm just giving out some of the things that's been given to me, and so I'm grateful for it, and I want to share it with you all. All right, so take care, and I'll see you next time.